This will be a little feeding video of what I call my big fish tank. Has my rainbow shark in there, a pair of angelfish, uh, 3 catfish, albino cory cats, a large bala shark, probably close to 11-12 inches, and one of my male black ghost knifefish, and 2 Pictus catfish. There's one of them. You can see his whiskers a little bit. And then a large chocolate Plecostomus that usually hangs out right there, and a biker eel in the back. I'm going to put the food over here in this end, and there's a number of course, Petricola synodontis catfish. So I'm going to pour the food in there and see what happens. Put this hood down, sit back just a little bit, see what activity levels change. Now the not Petricola, they might be out here. The Pictus catfish immediately thought, feeding frenzy. I think I'm going to get some food. And then the cory catfish, there goes one of the Petricola, and a female Plecostomus, bristlenose Plecostomus has come out there in the bottom. And the rainbow shark, beautiful fish. I like their temperament compared to red-tailed sharks. Even though there's some similarities, there is a tremendous difference in their attitudes and their temperament, I think. I just prefer the mellow nature of rainbow sharks. I know if I had another rainbow shark in here, there would be a competitive nature that would form between them. I tend to keep them separately. I have one red-tailed shark that I've had for a number of years, and it just got to be where he would harass anything. And he was actually harassing this great big bala shark. And my red-tailed shark isn't much more than 4.5 inches long. I got him downstairs in what I call my solitary confinement tank. And now my biker, my albino biker, has smelled the food and some of the pelleted food and has come out to scarf some of that up. He'll get all he wants there. Giving the female bristlenose Plecostomus a little kiss on the nose, and I think he just sucked up a little pellet, color enhancing pellet. I got some with a fish trade from a local fish store, and they have quite a bit of shrimp and good protein amount. Bikers are I like them because they look like a real like a successful species, and never they've been on Earth for a long time, and a lot of people say they're a species that is in between a fish and possibly well, not a lot, but it has interesting spines. Some of them actually have air breathing capability. They'll swim up to the surface and take air in, atmospheric air, and make for not a real personable fish. You know, outside of feeding, they tend to just hang out in your aquarium and don't pay too much attention to you. Now, the knife fish is probably, you know, other than their incredible method of locomotion, is another fish that probably, some people probably get some really great interaction hand feeding them. And I do hand feed my black ghost knifefish, but it's not really, I have to present the food to them in their hiding spot. Now, this is the same tank that I have my you can see the nose of it, but my fire eel, I call her Cinderella. I gave her 3 shrimp yesterday, not cooked but raw shrimp. I cut them in half so they'd fit into her mouth, and they still had some of their shell and their legs on them, and I just let her suck down that many. I also fed an equal amount to the tire track eel, but that might be why she's not really that excited about coming out and seeing me this morning. I just gave you a little close-up of the black ghost knifefish. That's a male. That's how their faces look. I think that's the easiest way to tell a male from a female black ghost knife. Oh, my old chocolate Plecostomus. I must have had him for close to 12 or 13 years now, and when I got him he was this large, and he's sure a little bit on the scrawny side, but evidently not everything has to be fat to be healthy, and you know, who knows, it's only lived in my aquarium for 12 years, so I might not be providing it with the atmosphere and the or the environmental conditions necessary for long growth. Look at that little skinny tummy on him right behind his front pectoral fin. You can see he's not that fat a fish, but he might be getting on up in years. You know, not every tropical fish lives to be 30 or 40 years old or more, and I have no idea how long chocolate Plecostomus can live, but what I like about him is that he sort of stopped growing at about 11 inches, you know, and he's a large fish, but extremely gentle, and just been wonderful. There's one of my favorite fish, even though he's just a little guy, my rainbow shark, albino rainbow shark. The normal colored rainbow sharks look similar to red-tailed sharks, but the red-tailed sharks, well, they're different, but anyway, this is one of my favorite fish there.